Welcome fly fishing and lure fishing friends to a day with us fly fishing for predators on Grafham Water. Grafham is a large reservoir set in the Cambridgeshire countryside here in the UK. It's mid-May, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, 16 degrees, a slight breeze, and the predator fly fishing season on Grafham has just begun. This is our second drift of the day. I've already had a small zander and a small pike to start the day off nicely. So as we set up for a drift at the north end of Grafham, near the Savages Inlet, my fishing buddy Kev is already feeling a little bit under pressure. This is our second visit of the season, the first one being about a week ago, and we had a number of zanders to the boat, which was a great surprise because normally the first day out is a blank or we do very poorly because we just don't really know where the zander are going to be. And for me it was also a welcome change because last season was a total disaster. I changed too many things at once. I changed my setup, my leader, my line. I tied new flies that didn't work and I just didn't catch anything the whole season. But over the winter I rethought everything, tied some better flies, improved my fly tying, and now it seems to be paying off. At this point we're fishing in a depth of about 20 feet, and looking back at the footage now I think it's fair to expect if Kev's going to retrieve at that speed, the next fish will be a pike.
Get in there, Kevin. Trying to catch up, man.
Doesn't feel like a... Sure. It's as small as that. Oh, I thought it was. It's not a zander.
What is it?
It's a pike, isn't it? Look.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely a pike.
I'm going to get some underwater shots.
I didn't want a pike. I didn't.
Didn't want a pike.
No. Because I've got a... This is when you know the difference between a pike and a zander. Now I wish I had my finger thing on. I do.
Well, you've got to bring him in close to the boat. Well, Kev's into his first pike of the season.
Something I do try and avoid.
Are you just trying to lose it now?
Yeah. Unfortunately that didn't work, did it? You unhooking it for me then, Chris? You're the expert.
I'm glad you're catching the pike today, not me. Where is he?
I have no idea.
How much you got in? You're about 10 yards out, aren't you? Right, I'm going to have to bring my line in.
I don't think it's a massive fish.
They're so full of energy at this time of year. It's amazing. Each one of them go off like a 20-pound trout. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Different to the zander.
It looks like the fly's on the outside.
It's over £20.
Yeah.
100%. I don't want to pick it up. I'll go for a quick shot maybe in the slow. You can get. You reckon the flies with them?
This could be your best ever pike.
What, over 25?
Yeah, it's huge. It's massive. Absolutely massive. Well, it looks it. This is like pike on the fly. Is he going to come up? It's coming up.
No, he's not ready. Get that in there ready, come on.
Yeah.
I want him in.
Bang.
Oh my arms. Did you see the fly?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Go for that.
Come on. Wide.
Done, my son. Well done.
It's a lovely
Oh my God!
Yeah. That's a brute. It's a brute.
I'm not going to go chin him. I just want to.
I think you should. If you're gonna pick him up, you're gonna have to. The jaw's fine. It's a good size.
I don't like it. It's the gill rakers that get me.
No, it's fine. Honestly, mate,
And that's a classic Grafham pike, about 18 to 20 pounds, great condition, a hard fighting fish, really full of energy and very well fed. They do feed well on these trout reservoirs, and even in May it's a really weighty fish. Well done, Kev. So we reset for another drift, a bit ahead of where we want to fish, so we have time to set up and cast out and let the boat drift a bit. The colour you can see in the water here is actually the bottom of Grafham, which we can see clearly at 20 feet. The conditions we had on this day were just about perfect. Nice little breeze, nice warm sunshine, and we could actually see our fly sinking down and retrieving most of the way back to the boat. Last trip we'd spotted very large perch in the shallows in some of the weed lines, and Kev had also had a double figure zander follow his fly on the surface for some distance.
You've got to start here, though, to drift over the right bit.
this is where we saw that one feeding on the top.
Yeah.
Where you had.
It's a big lump, whatever it is.
It is a big lump. Hold on, I'll see it.
It's a zed, though, isn't it?
It is a zed, yeah.
The breeze picked up a bit and Kev changed to a small black baitfish pattern, which he thought would be better in the clear conditions.
Quite a big zed, isn't it? That's in kilograms.
I changed to a faster sinking line as the boat is now drifting faster and I found myself fishing too fast and much too shallow. Kev's dark and faster sinking baitfish pattern seemed to be presenting well though.
You going to do a release? You have a picture?
I'm going to lift him out, though.
By about midday, it feels a bit like the north end has gone quiet. So we decided to head to the south tower and fished there for the afternoon.
Ducks coming by.
It will go down. This line is enough to take it right to the bottom. Just make sure you let the whole of the black line down to the bottom.
Yeah.
It was a bit more sheltered at the south end, and I was able to switch back to my preferred setup. I just felt a slight bump on my line and turned the camera on just in case.
Yeah.
You in again?
Yeah.
Just
I'm back in.
pick your rod up and let that on.
No, I tugged it. I thought I had a tap just now.
Yeah.
Right, now I'm in. That was that was a take. That was a real sneaky, slamming side-on take. This feels alright.
Alright, I got you.
This is it. Where's it banging? Where's it banging? I think it's a decent. Oof, it's got some wag.
Going this side, eh?
Yeah, I think so. Didn't have to. I was like,
We're clear of this side anyway.
yeah. I think the way it's banging, I would say it's
Apologies for the wind noise. It's one of the issues I get with this camera. It's very hard to cure, and it's actually quite hard to predict. I mean, it wasn't actually that windy.
yeah, it's a decent.
Can't see it, Chris, so I'm not going to go for it.
Alright.
Swiping at it.
It's in the net now, and now I've got problems. Right, here we go. Coming up. Yes.
Well done. Do you see the fly? You can weigh him in the net when you've done it.
At just over £8, this is starting to become a very average size for a Grafham Zander.
A bit fast, wasn't he? He shot off. Well done, Chris. Nice fish.
I'm starting to think if this works, it's actually a nicer way to present the fish than
Yeah.
holding it up and showing it to the camera in the
I
boat.
quite like it. I quite like it. Yeah.
Especially today where it's clear.
Yeah, we don't need. We got enough fit pictures unless it's a
Unless it's
stonking
a monster.
great monster, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not after pictures of Zander.
I don't know, what do you think, YouTube? I'm starting to wonder about that. I'm thinking maybe we better take pictures of the fish being released and just live with it, unless it's really extremely large and record breaking, which is obviously going to be the next fish.
If it's maybe a 12 plus.
Yeah, how big do you think that was?
That was about £8.
About an 8, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now the conditions at the south end are perfect for me. You can cast that bit further and you can control your retrieve fishing very slowly and consistently just off the bottom and feeling constantly for any take.
That's decent.
Oh! Do you know what? I nearly said you got to get in the net first. I didn't say it.
What do we think? £10?
Yeah, it's good.
It's
I'd say
thick,
it's
wasn't
a
it?
bigger fish. Bigger than the last one, wasn't it?
Well, at least I didn't get to eat the fly after the
I'll tell you
sand
what,
had
you
eaten
can
it.
have more out of that.
Let's have another go. Right, back where we were.
Oh. Oh.
Does the last one count, Kevin?
No, unfortunately not.
Looking back at the day's footage from the morning to the afternoon, it really strikes me that with Zander, presentation is everything. And the boat drift speed is one of the biggest challenges. You have to adjust the setup so that your fly is consistently at the right depth and moving at the right speed in order to trigger a bite. The low pressure cloud cover that was rolling in through the afternoon also seemed to make the fish more active.
I know, they do. Well, they don't
He's
fight.
going to headbang it.
They don't fight quite like
he's in a
Pike
metal
do,
band
but
any second now. Is that?
they don't fight like Pike, but they fight.
It's harder than trout. It's just so much more physical.
Not a dead trout down there. Yeah, we're getting close to the bank.
This guy's motoring away from me at the moment, so I'm concerned he's even bigger.
Yeah,
Or
we
she.
got
Oh, well, we'll get there.
to move forward a bit for that.
Out again. It'd be nice to take release it in shallow water.
Pike.
Right, he's going to freak as soon as he gets it. Oh, it's a big one. Kev, that's a big one. Is it?
I don't know, I can't really see it.
It's turned over to the line.
Worried
They're not
about it.
stupid.
Worried about it flying off again, especially when it's flying.
Yeah. There you go, he's coming up, he's gone up.
I can't see a thing. Yeah, that's a big one, Chris. That's a big
Why
one.
can't you see it?
That's a big one, Chris. That's a really big one, Chris. That's a double.
Oh, it's a double?
Yeah. Easy, mate.
Slides
Shadow.
out.
Without a doubt. That is fun. Oh, 13.
12, 13.
Is the camera on?
Yeah, you can change it. Right, that's a 10 pound. Now you get close. You didn't really bring him towards the water. It's all right.
Think I'll get it?
Yeah. I can see this is going to result in me ending up buying a new GoPro.
Kev wasn't really getting the result he wanted and wasn't really happy with the way he was fishing, so I persuaded him to go to my setup with one of my newly tied flies.
You on the bottom?
Stick effect stick. Well, it was sticking up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Literally.
Stick it.
What's that? Oh, it's the bit that's sticking up. That was good.
Our drift is actually along the deeper side of a weed line that stretches all the way from the south tower along the dam wall, and it's a perfect place for Zander to be hunting.
Don't stand on the line. Yeah, it's so still now actually, you probably can fish this in the bottom.
It's not being funny, but there's nothing in the rules that says you can't put a fly on your fly line and drop it off the side of the boat and lift it up and down. There's nothing in the rules. Is there anything that says you can't do that?
Well, we're not using weighted flies anymore. Yes! Get in there, Kevin.
Felt that?
Yes.
I wasn't even doing anything, Chris.
Good man. That one, yeah.
Huh?
Get mine in. Let's see this. This is a success of the
I think I'm into it. A stingray or something.
the hammerhead fly.
Dude, stop moving.
It's going to give you the biggest.
It's like a snag, Chris.
It's going to give you the biggest
It's like a snag.
fish. That's like the one I had the other day. Watch out, it will bang you off.
Oh, I hope it's not a pike.
I think it's a big zander. I think it's a huge zander.
Not in my luck, it's a big pike. Well, it's not too bad because you're practicing, you know. Alright, so that.
It is, but it's going to be a big one.
Well, we'll get another release shot.
That's a big one.
It's not doing much.
Just in case.
It might not be as big as you think. Can't last around with it too long. Just in case, yeah. Well, you see how quick I put the other ones in, if they are Zander. This is a different league.
Seems to be recording that.
It's going a bit like a pike now, isn't it? Huh?
A bit like a pike, yeah.
It's going off for the Zander don't do this, really. They don't. Do they? Generally.
So, I think that's a pike, Kev. I think Kev's just hooked a massive pike.
Get some.
Mind you, it did take like a zander, it slammed it, didn't it? No, it's a big fish. It's a
Big Z?
Yeah. No, it's a pike.
No, it's not.
No,
Is
it's
it?
a zander. No, it's a zander. It's just stripy like a pike.
It's not ready. Bigger.
Keep the line tight.
Two.
Yep.
Well done, mate. It's understanding your fly. I didn't get it. Right. Thank you. Well done.
Going
It's
in
on
with
film.
it. Going in with
Got
it.
this on film.
Right, got to do it sort of like put music over it. Yeah, okay, that one
He went like a car or so.
is in again.
Net boy.
That was a slammer, and then the guy he just motored off. This is feeling like it's preparing itself for a barrage of head shakes.
Big pike.
Oh, it's coming up pretty quick. That's not so big. Maybe because it was just a long way out, it felt huge. Here we go. I'm going to try and bring it in. No, I'll try and bring it in before I get it up. Do you know what I mean? Bring it in close up to the net.
Still a long way out.
Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, I got up. It's miles out.
It's a big fish. Well, they've all been big fish,
It's
haven't they?
big fish.
That's alright. That's alright. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Keep it going up. Head first. Yes, boy.
That's a bigger fish, Chris.
Right, keeping that line up. He's got it in his mouth.
That's a bigger fish. What's your...
Yeah.
You have to do it with fly. You're alright with fly. I'll get away, shall I?
Yeah.
On your rod, I'm worried about. Ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, there's no doubt about him going back.
So he looked a bit like he had, you know, spawning marks. Like that other one we saw with marks on the side. It had marks
Breaking
across
bottom
his
or
nose
something.
as well.
Biggest fish of the day, so
How big was that?
13, 15, less 2.8.
Perfect.
So
Oh, this is good.
Is 11, 15, less 8 is 7. 12 and a half pounds.
That's my personal best.
Yeah. Just hang a picture.
12 and a half pounds.
Just hang a picture.
I worried about his wounding on his
So,
thing. I'm happy. I've got
right. Right. 13, 15's 1 ounce short of 14. Yeah.
yeah.
Take off 2.8, which is 2.5 pounds. Which is 14.
25 quid a head.
Huh?
25 quid a head.
No, hold on. don't put this on film. It's my math.
I am. Look, it is being filmed, Kevin. So come on, put it together. I rely on you for your. I mean, otherwise buildings would get made wonky and wrong.
14 less 2 is 12. Less, so it's 11 and a half. Less 1 ounce. So it's 11.7.
11.7.
Yeah.
I thought you said it's £12.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna. It's been a long day.
I prefer if it was £12.
Yeah, no, sorry.
That would be a new.
We've got to say it the way.
Mind
it
you,
is.
my 11 about 11.
Hold on, let me just check
I
the
think
purpose.
about 11.2 or 11.4 is my
Liverpool
previous.
have equalised. I've done.
While I leave Kev to do some basic
Come on,
subtraction,
the Spurs.
Yeah.
Right.
and I'd just like to say, please do like, subscribe, and most of all comment. It helps others see the films you've enjoyed. And the purpose of these films is really just to document our adventures and connect with you and other fly and lure fishing fanatics. So maybe we'll see you at Grafham sometime. Meanwhile, back in the boat sometime later.
Would be easy.
I know I'm right.
You could just say £12 and I just wouldn't care.
It's 11.7, isn't it?
£11 7 ounces.
Well, £11.7 is a welcome upgrade to my personal best Zander, so that tops the day off nicely. After this we fished on and we returned to the north end and tried to find some of those perch we'd seen. But the best of the day was over. After May we made a couple more trips to Grafham, which were less than successful, possibly due to some lure fishing competitions that were held out of season. And we tried Rutland, but it was very warm and very windy, and after that we pretty much gave up. We definitely had the best of it in just 2 days of May.
Well, it's the end of a fantastic day. We've had quite a few zander, a couple of big pike. Beautiful day here. Thanks for watching. Hope it's been interesting. See you again soon.